Daniel in the Lion's Den, a story of courage, faith, and God's protection based on Daniel chapter 6 Bible, the man who wouldn't stop praying a long time ago. In the grand kingdom of Babylon, there lived a wise and faithful man named Daniel. He was not from Babylon, he was a Hebrew, taken from Jerusalem when he was just a boy. But Daniel grew up to become a trusted leader in this new land. Now Daniel wasn't just any official, he was brilliant, honest, and full of wisdom. The new king, Darius, liked him very much. In fact, Darius planned to put Daniel in charge of the entire kingdom. But not everyone liked Daniel. Some of the other rulers were jealous. Why should Daniel be the king's favorite? They grumbled, "He doesn't belong here. He's not even one of us." So they came up with a wicked plan. The tricky law the jealous men knew Daniel was loyal to God. 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening, Daniel would open his windows, kneel down, and pray to the God of heaven. He didn't hide it. He didn't stop, and the men knew that. So they thought of a way to use his faith against him. They went to King Darius with a sneaky idea. "Oh, King Darius, live forever," they said, bowing low. "We think it would be wonderful if, for the next 30 days, no one is allowed to pray to any god or man except you. If anyone disobeys, they should be thrown into the den of lions." King Darius, flattered by the idea, agreed. Without thinking, he signed the law. But what the king didn't realize was that this law was aimed at Daniel. The trap is set. Daniel heard about the new law. He knew the punishment. The lion's den wasn't just a cage, it was a place of death. But Daniel wasn't afraid. He did what he always did. He went to his room, opened the windows, and prayed to God. Just like that, the wicked rulers rushed to tell the king. "Oh, King Darius," they said, "didn't you sign a law saying no one can pray to any god except you?" "Yes, I did," said the king. "Well," they grinned, "Daniel has broken your law." He was seen praying to his God. The king's face changed. He was heartbroken. He loved Daniel. He realized he had been tricked. All day, King Darius tried to find a way to save Daniel, but there was nothing he could do. The law could not be changed. And so, as the sun set, the soldiers took Daniel and led him to the lion's den. Into the lion's den, the lions were huge, with sharp teeth and roaring growls. But Daniel didn't struggle. He trusted God with all his heart. The king stood by the edge of the den. He looked down at Daniel and said, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." Then the heavy stone was rolled over the mouth of the den, and the king's royal seal was stamped on it. No one could change it now. That night, King Darius couldn't eat. He couldn't sleep. He paced back and forth, praying that somehow Daniel would be safe. A miracle at dawn. As soon as the sky began to lighten, King Darius ran to the lion's den. He called out in a trembling voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God saved you from the lions?" Then from the dark pit came a voice, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths. They have not hurt me, because I was innocent in his sight, and I have done no wrong before you." The king shouted with joy, "Get him out," he cried. And Daniel was lifted out completely unharmed, not a scratch on him. God had protected him. The lions had not touched him. Justice and praise. King Darius was furious with the wicked men who had tricked him. They had plotted evil, and now justice was served. They were thrown into the same lion's den, and this time the lions did not stay quiet. Then King Darius sent out a message to all the people in his vast kingdom. "I make a decree that in every part of my kingdom people must respect and fear the God of Daniel. For he is the living God. He rescues and he saves. He performs signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." From that day forward, Daniel continued to prosper. He lived many more years, still praying, still trusting God, and still being faithful no matter the cost. The lesson of Daniel's story teaches us that faith in God is more powerful than fear. Even when it's hard, even when others try to hurt you, even when you stand alone, God honors those who are faithful. And when we trust Him, He can shut the mouths of lions and bring us out of every trial stronger than before.